They made sure not a bit of the local culture remained. Just look at North America, South America, Australia and large parts of Africa, anywhere. This one culture, after 1,000 years of invasions, we've still kept our culture and our spiritual process. But when I come to the city, when I come to Delhi, activists come and invite me. Why are you only meeting the rich and powerful? Why are you not coming to the slum? I said, the whole goddamn country is a slum and I'm traveling all over. When I come to Delhi, I want to meet only the rich and powerful. Let it be very clear to you, I'm not going to come to the slum in Delhi because the entire country is a slum if you have not seen.
So I just wanted to ask you, as a guru, a mystic and a spiritual guide, why does Sadhguru need a Ducati?
There's a common notion among people that spirituality is a rich person's area. So even if you look at the people who have gathered around here, we are all pretty much well off. And once we have earned for ourselves, we then find time to do yoga or meditation or look into our inner being. But as we were discussed throughout the whole discussion till now, there are, yes, you yourself have said that 500 million people are still malnourished, and there are so many people in this country who are daily wage workers who at that point of time, spirituality and learning of their inner being would not be the most important thing for them. Their most important thing would be feeding themselves and their children for the next meal.
Really, you think so? You do one thing, you go to any so-called spiritual event in the country, will you see rural masses there or people like you in denims? Who will you see? So, don't make conclusions which are not even true. Are we trying to prove something or are we trying to look at truth? The truth of this nation is, we have kept our populations in extreme, abject poverty. Nourishment is missing, leave anything else. Nourishment is missing. In spite of that, I must tell you this, people ask me these questions wherever I go in the world. Sadhguru, so many spiritual teachers and masters, so many great beings have come in India, but why are we so poor? Why is India so poor? Where is the spirituality? Well, you know this, 250 years ago we were the richest nation on the planet. Everybody wanted to come to India. Why do you think of Vasco da Gama or that Columbus who made that mistake? All these people set off in the oceans that they did not know, and over 100 expeditions in the ocean drowned. Nobody ever wrote about them, all right? Because nobody writes about people who drown in the oceans. So, why was everybody in Europe trying to come to India? Because it was the most prosperous nation. Well, in 250 years we got cleaned up. We can't… well, somebody did it to us because we can't just blame them because it is also ourselves who allowed that thing to happen to ourselves. Now we are trying to build back, all right? But even though you kept them in such abject poverty, wherever these people went, they made sure not a bit of the local culture remained. Just look at North America, South America, Australia and large parts of Africa, anywhere. This one culture, after 1,000 years of invasions, we've still kept our culture and our spiritual process. Not for nothing. Where we are, you know where our yoga center is, there is a police station about 12 kilometers away. This police station is supposed to service nearly 250,000 people in different levels of economic situations, all right? Some are rich farmers, some are medium, some are really poor, there are tribal communities, everything. There are only now, in the last 30 years I've been there, at a time there was only 7-8 policemen with a ASI. Today, there are about 14 to 15 policemen with a SI. This is an upgrade that happened 3 years ago. Otherwise, even now, with these 14 policemen, 2 or 3 will be on leave because of something or the other, and 3-4 are on night duty. Hardly 7-8 policemen for 250,000 people. And these are poor people living in small huts. People are driving in Mercedes cars up and down, but they never pounced on them, killed them and took what they have. It never happened. This is spirituality, if you've forgotten this. This is spirituality, you understand? Well, you don't stretch this too far. you don't take their spirituality too far, you have to settle what they need in their lives as quickly as possible, otherwise they won't hold for too long. But it is because of that spiritual process, we as a nation have survived in spite of all the abuse that's happened to us. And don't say rural masses don't have spirituality, they are the ones who are really on. Urban masses are losing it, isn't it?
But for people who are working every day, like for example, the maid in my house, for example, let's say she works in 5, 6 different houses, she probably is able to make 4,000, 5,000 a month. And at that point of time, she would try to, the most important thing going in her mind would be educating her children, probably feeding herself. I am saying that they do deserve to have the self-awareness and the spirituality, but how will we
How will we do it? If you do not know this, 70% of our work is in rural India, where the poorest of the poor are, okay? It's free of cost. You walk with me in Tamil Nadu, you go into a village, the entire village will gather. Not for money, not for something else, because they know there is some tools of transformation which they can make use of. So in the city, there is money involved simply because you want it in an air-conditioned room. Air conditioning is on right now. Whether I pay or you pay or somebody else pays, somebody is paying for it, isn't it? If you don't understand this, you have no sense of economy. That's the biggest problem in the country. People have no sense of economy, so they're always asking for welfare schemes. Give me this, give me that. But whether I pay or you pay, somebody is paying, isn't it? If what is paid is not accounted for, it's not going to work. This is the reason why we are poor, because we are not conducting our economics properly. Now, spiritual process is about inner strength, especially if you are going through hardships. Inner strength is most important or no? That is the time to remove it. Is it there for the rural masses? Definitely there, much more. 70% of our time we are investing. But when I come to the city, when I come to Delhi, activists come and invite me. Why are you only meeting the rich and powerful? Why are you not coming to the slum? I said, the whole goddamn country is a slum and I'm traveling all over. When I come to Delhi, I want to meet only the rich and powerful. Let it be very clear to you, I'm not going to come to the slum in Delhi because the entire country is a slum if you have not seen.
Because you were just talking about our life
Little closer.
Sorry. So that we make our lives, right? And what about the people that have it very hard? What about the people that are exploited sexually? What about the people that have been like in the worst scenarios for many years of drudgery? I think it's so unfair. I do agree with it, but I think it's unfair to say that this is the responsibility of the individual to be okay, because for some people it's just so much harder.
See, I made a simple statement, you're making a philosophy out of it.
Okay.
Okay, there are many segments of society, please.
Thank you. There is a second question.
You can hold on to the microphone and sit down, it's okay. See, there are various levels of life happening on the planet. In London city, there are richest people living in highest levels of pleasure and comfort. There are people who are living the worst possible life within this city, yes or no?
Yes.
You don't have to go all over the world to see that, right here. So, if we create a society where there is such disparity, I'm asking, both you and me, are we responsible for this?
That was my second question.
No, we'll come, I just answer the… I'm asking the question now. Are we?
Yes,
Maybe we can't change it tomorrow morning, I know that. But are we? If we see we are, we will start working towards a solution. Otherwise, we'll try to make a living out of problems. A whole lot of people in this world have invested so much in the problems, they're only making a living out of problems, evolving philosophies of problems. The only thing that matters is a solution, isn't it? Huh? Not in how many ways we glorify the problem. The only and only thing that matters when there is suffering for a human being is a solution. Yes or no? Whether it comes from up, down, whichever way the hell it comes, who cares? Whether it comes from heaven or hell, we don't care. When somebody is in some state of suffering, the only thing that matters is a solution. So if solutions have to happen, Who created the problems? You can say it's this guy or this person or that person. No, no, we as human beings have bred problems, isn't it? When I have a glass of water, I'm not willing to share it with the person sitting next to me. Why do you expect a man who has $1 billion to share it with somebody? I'm asking. Hello? When you are not willing to share the little things that you have a philosophy. Why are the rich people not sharing it with the poor people? They will not. Because your argument is, but I don't have enough. But even they don't have enough. They may have $100 billion, but they don't have enough, that's what you need to understand. This is the nature of human being. You may think they have too much, but they don't have enough. As you don't have enough, nobody has enough in this world. Yes or no? Yes. Only thing is just this, that's why I told you, your service, sacrifice, selflessness, all these things, these are all con jobs. That's why I told you, at least what is the worst in you? Your greed. Expand your greed towards everybody's well-being. We can work towards it. Will all the problems go away tomorrow morning? No, we can only work towards it, isn't it? If all of us work towards it, will it go away? Hello? If every one of us really strive towards it, will it go away? Yes, it will, isn't it? Will it or will it not? It will. But till now, the problem has always been about how to get all the human beings on one page. There are different nations, there are different races, there are different religions, skin color, this nonsense, that nonsense, every kind, all right? For the first time, for the very first time in the history of humanity, two things have happened. One thing is, our survival is better organized than ever before. There is enough resource, technology, for every problem we have a solution at hand. And for the first time, we can sit here in this room and speak to the entire world. Never before this was possible. See, many people have come, he mentioned names, Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, this one, that one, all kinds of people. When they spoke, hardly 10 people heard. Yes or no? This is the first time you can sit here and speak to the entire world. When such a privilege is there, is it not your and my responsibility to say the right things? Right things to put all human beings on one page? Hello? If we do this, because never before this was possible, now it is possible. As a generation, will we make it possible, or we just a whine generation pointing fingers at each other and we will die like this? This is the choice we have. This is the reason why I'm going from university to university, though I avoided every damn university when I was your age. Now I'm going to university because this is an opportunity which is for the first time in the history of humanity, that if we want to change something, we can, because we have the resource, we have the technology, we have the capability, and we can share this with the entire world. Never this was possible. Please, let's make it happen.
This is a pertaining question, this is a little personal as well. You're a known petrol head. And…
What is that?
A petrol head. You like cars and bikes? So am I. I'm not a known petrol… I'm not known, but I am a petrol head. And speed is expensive.
I like anything that works.
And we both know, everyone knows speed is expensive. But spirituality…
No, speed saves time. What are you saying? Speed saves time, yes?
Yes, it does.
And that's the only commodity that you're always short of, it's running away. Everything else you can accumulate. Time is one thing you cannot accumulate. Saving time is very important and speed does that.
But our world says time is also money, right? Spiritualism says, preaches disconnection from all material, especially money.
Whom did you meet?
The wrong people. So I just wanted to ask you, as a guru, a mystic and a spiritual guide, Why does Sadhguru need a Ducati?
To ride. What do you think I have it for? To ride. Anyway, so because this question is coming because a whole lot of people think spirituality is some kind of a disability. If you say, I'm spiritual, what are the things you cannot do? That's a big question. So one thing, that's the reason why spiritual process has become the entertainment for a fringe group of people. So my work is to make sure, because spiritual process is a tremendous empowerment, I want to see it happens to the entire population, not to some fringe group which sits in the jungle or in the cave. There are not enough caves or jungles for all the population. So, if we have to use this empowerment for everybody, it is very important, it's as normal can be. Yes? So, just to give you, because you're asking this question, some time ago I'm in Chennai and there's some conference that I need to go to, it's in a hotel. And some driver is driving who always drives behind another car. And I have a reputation in this 37 years, I have not been late to a single event. Those many times I have 4 or 5 events in a day, I have not been late to a single event in these 37 years. So this guy is driving behind some car. So I told him to get out and I got into the driver's seat and he did some little forced driving, you know. In India, you need to do little forced driving, otherwise you're not going anywhere. So I go to the hotel and now all these hotels there is this problem. They stop with a barrier gate and the guy just opens your bonnet and boot, he doesn't even know what he's looking for. If you ask him how many cylinders in the car, he doesn't know because he just opens and closes. So the previous car, the car ahead of me went and the gate was still up, I just went through. So they were all blowing whistles and this and that, I just went and stopped in the portico, got out the car, ran into the hotel on time. So I saw there were a few journalists standing. So when I finished the conference and I came, they said, one of these guys coming and asking me, you're driving your own car. In ancient times, all the yogis used to walk. I said, you fool, in ancient times everybody was walking. Not just the yogi, everybody was walking, right? Maybe the yogi walked a little faster better than others. Now the yogi rides better than a lot of people. Why is incompetence considered spiritual? If spirituality breeds incompetence, better to ban spirituality.